What's up, my friends? So today on Real Estate Fundamentals, we're talking about how savvy real estate investors take advantage of a market shift, because make no mistake about it, we are in the midst of a market shift, a market collapse, a market correction, whatever you want to call it. Millions are going to be made. The real question is, are you going to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that are here? You're not going to want to miss the series because there is money to be made. It's on the table. The question is, you going to come and get some? All right, so like I've already mentioned, just to restate the obvious, everybody knows that we are in a crazy economic and real estate environment like we've never seen before. So let's get into real quick just kind of how did we get here to where we're at right now, right? So right now we're going through a recession. Even though I know technically a recession, we need 6 months of deflated growth and GDP, but we're at the start of a recession. I think most people agree on that, and a massive recession at that. We're going through a trade war. There's been a stock market crash of historical proportions, I should note. We've gone through an impeachment process, bailouts, government bailouts, the stimulus, government's printing trillions of dollars, an economic slowdown, or just a halt of the whole economic system now, with everything that's going on with the COVID-19. Yet low interest rates, right? So for those of us in real estate, that can be favorable. That we are in an election year, so there's always some things that are going to pop up and be created with an election year kind of politics that are going on. Oil prices have completely tanked. Just like into the negative, like where it is now. Oil prices are in the negative. I don't even know how that happens. I do, and we'll talk about that a little bit. And yes, the COVID-19, which I mentioned briefly, like all of these things have all kind of just all at the same simultaneously created this big, huge financial mess, and like we've never seen before. And Earth is closed. Like if you haven't noticed, at the time of this recording, Earth has been closed. Business has been stopped, shut down, and the world has come to a screeching halt. So, you may be experiencing some fear, but just rest assured, I'm going to try to do myself to turn that fear into an opportunity. I know some of you may be watching the show for the very first time. You don't know who I am. It's very important, I feel like, whenever you're getting information from people on YouTube, but wherever at in the world, like, who's this person? Who is this person? What's their credibility? Why should I listen to them? So I want to do a brief introduction. I haven't done this in a long time. My name is Brant Phillips. I'm a full-time real estate investor. I've been full-time investing in real estate for over 13 years. I actually used a credit card to buy my first property because my wife and I had no money. We were living in an apartment. I learned how to creatively buy real estate when I had no money. Since that time, I've gone on to do hundreds of deals, hundreds and hundreds of deals. I've purchased a large portfolio of rental properties. I've flipped over 100-something houses. I've done owner finance deals, land deals, mobile home parks, RV parks, commercial. I see that land is on there twice. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I've borrowed and repaid close to over $45 million since I started in 2007. I've got about $7.5 million right now in current real estate projects and properties, primarily residential. Thing I'm most proud about in real estate, I have 100% track record of loan performance. So I'm not bragging here, I'm not trying to boast, I'm not trying to impress anybody, but I'm trying to press upon you that the thing that I'm most proud of over the years is I've built a business that has been very sustainable in some up and down markets that we've experienced. And so that's my mindset, is always not only profitability, but sustainability, and how to weather some of these storms and look into the future and see potential problems that come and how to sort through them, not only to avoid those problems and these kind of some of these issues that crop up and some of these landmines that just put people out of business, business, but also to find the opportunities. I've written a few books. I'm a best-selling author, owner of Invest Home Pro, which a few years ago was recognized as an Inc. 5000 company. I'm also a licensed realtor with EXP. I don't do a lot on that side other than list my own properties with the help of my licensed assistant, but I do help agents learn how to create passive and multiple income streams as well. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me. And I am a husband and father of 5. That is, obviously my proudest moment. And yes, we do have 5 children. Not sure if there's any of them hiding behind the couch or anywhere else. Last time I counted was 5. But ask me sometime what's more difficult, flipping hundreds of houses or raising 5 kids. And if you're not a member of our channel or subscriber, I should say, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I guarantee you're going to like the content that we have. 100% real and raw real estate content is what we're all about. That teach you the 7 fundamentals of real estate. So get subscribed today and get fundamentaled, as we say. So let's talk about this. All right, how did we get here where we are today? Well, since the last crash, massive major crash we had was in 2008, 2009. Very close to the time I got into real estate, by the way. I got in 2007. But since that time, since 2009, I believe it was in March 2009, that was like when we were at the very bottom of the market. Consumer confidence index report I remember seeing was like at 0 pretty much. But since that time, and it didn't increase drastically, but since 2009, the stock market, as well as the real estate market, for the most part, has been going up for the last 8 to 10, 11 years, right? But good things must come to an end, right? Because we all know that what goes up must eventually come down. And as a matter of fact, the real estate bottomed out. One report that I read in January of this year, after just an amazing, like the last 5 years of just like really racing to the top. So if you guys haven't seen this is the U.S. debt clock. I'm going to hit play there and let you get a visual. Check that out sometime. That's got to just make you feel all proud to be an American, right? Just printing that money. Oh, geez. So look, so I want to say real quick that I'm not some, big economist and financial wizard or anything like that. Last time I checked, Walmart was sold out of crystal balls, so I do not have one of those. But you don't have to, be some big financial analyst or risk manager to understand that, we live in a very volatile world right now, not only in the markets, in the stock market, in the business sector, but in the real estate world as well. There's signs, there's news. Every night that you see on the news, like we see all this, and like I said, you don't have to be an expert to understand that we're going into a very, very crazy place. And with all of the money printing, with what the market's continually increasing, right? Like it just can't do that forever. There's got to be some type of bubble. There's got to be some type of correction. There's going to be some pain coming up very, very soon, and we're seeing it now come to fruition. So this is a report that I saw about the traffic growth or decline due to COVID-19. This is where we're at right now. So I've highlighted energy and travel. Those are a couple of sectors that affect me personally here in the Houston market. So I'll leave that up there for a second so you can look at some of the other areas that are being impacted not only by COVID-19, but I think it goes a lot deeper than just COVID-19. I think COVID-19 has really helped to expose and bring to light other problems that we already had. Here's another graph. So red is not good. Okay, red is bad. High is not good on this chart. So once again, you can look at where, these are some major markets. Let's start all the way to the right. Like if you're in Phoenix like right now, there's not a lot of red there. Active adult, right? Active adult. Okay, that's being effective a little bit with COVID because you can't get out and do things like you used to do. That's soon going to pass over. So Phoenix, you're pretty good. You look at areas like Miami, Orlando, New York, Houston, a lot of red. So be sure that you're getting educated about some of the problems, but also some of the opportunities, what we're going to talk about in your market.